The KTM 890 Adventure R, after 5,000 kilometers of testing, getting to know the bike, and I was planning on taking a motorbike of mine. I have a few to Morocco, Spain, and wherever in southern Europe in April 2026. The bike has to get shipped off by the 5th of January from Melbourne, Australia. So I was debating whether to take the 890 or the 500. So I thought I'll run the 890 pretty hard to see how it is and get to know the bike actually, because when I bought the bike for the first 1,000 kilometers, I flogged it. I always do that to all my motorbikes, because what happens is the bores and everything the ring seat very well. So the first 1,000 kilometers is not about running it in sixth gear at RPMs which are recommended by not hitting the red line thing. It's actually more about taking the bike to its through its heat cycles, first 1,000 kilometers, kind of flogging it, so everything is seated properly. The burrs in the bore, the microscopic burrs in the bore are smoothened out. The ring seal sets um, very well. So that is the theory of running a motorcycle hard for the first 1,000 Ks, and then you drop the oil and you change it. Then for the next um, couple of 1,000 kilometers, you take it to serious operating temperatures and then let it completely cool down. Take it again to really hot temperatures, extended riding, bring down the temperature, cool it down to room temperature. So that is called thermal cycling. And what happens is the bearings and all the parts inside the engine, they get tempered from the heating and cooling cycles. I have done this to all my motorbikes, and there has been no bearing failures or any issues that you find with motorbikes that have been sitting and being like babied and commuted, running 10 kilometers up and down and not hitting the red line, so to speak, and not being ridden hard in. So look up thermal cycling if you want to get an idea of engines and how their break-in processes occur. So I decided to take this bike to Sydney um, for a blast extended run, because all my other runs have been 300 kilometers, and after the first 1,000 in the city, maybe 100 200 kilometers and things like this. So I thought, let's get a feel for this bike. I've changed a few little things in this bike to make it do what I want it to do. Like we have 786 rally grips, um, raised razors with a steering damper post. We'll put a different steering damper, remove the gas tank cover and throw it out and put this one on. It saves a lot of weight. Yeah, apart from that, a lot of other things like basically like a sensor covers. We have magnet, the side stand magnet relocation kit, but I don't like it being here. Needs to go behind the base of the engine block, behind near the catalytic converter, which will be done with the next service where it's going. Then we have we removed the catalytic converter and threw it out, and then just ran a straight pipe. It's fantastic. The suspension has been sorted. Run an AXP bash plate, Samco hoses, a billet aluminium um, fuel um, spigot, and a lot of little things like the impeller has been changed from a plastic impeller to a aluminium one. Next we'll be changing, we have a set of different pegs, um, different levers. Then this plastic handguard covers will go, and then we'll put KTM original bark busters thing with metal guards. But overall, how has it been for the last 5,000 kilometers? So the last 2,100 kilometers, I left Melbourne at 8 o'clock at night, full moon night, quite a warm day, and then flogged it at night for a couple of like 100 kilometers, like maybe about 500 kilometers to camp somewhere. You'll see one of my videos showing off that camp. And yeah, from there, went to Sydney where I had to meet somebody and do some things. So it was a 36-degree day, 37 degrees. The bike was fantastic on all these broken back roads and flawless. The handling, like I know this bike is a fantastic dirt bike, but on the road, I don't know, the suspension is so solid. It handles like it's on rails. You just flick it to the corner, you're in third gear, fourth gear, ride the torque wave, just pin it open, and the bike just flies through. And maybe the tires are also very good 50/50 tires, which I will be changing now to a tube version, different rims, skinnier tires with tubes. These are running tubeless and pretty aggressive 908 rally tires. But yeah, so went to Sydney, went through the city, had my meeting, and left again at night and came to some campground in New South Wales at about midnight. Camped there, and the next day was going to be one of the hottest days of the year, which was like 39 degrees. And then I lost this some bolt, not some bolt, some bash plate bolt. So I went to a little town called Yas and got a different, same size pitch, but a bolt, and then put it in there, and that was done. And then I took the back roads and dirt roads through the snowy mountains. The V Jasper, of course, bike handles fantastic on dirt, which do even better with really good off-road tires. Reduce the tire pressures to about 26, 28 psi, I think. Yeah, and then it was fantastic. And then put it in rally mode, off-road throttle, and flogged it. And then I was very surprised when I hit the tarmac twisties of the B roads. This bike is a pleasure to ride. And by evening 6 o'clock, I'd done a lot of Ks. It was scorching hot, and I didn't want to stop. I just wanted to keep riding. That's how much pleasure this bike gives when you ride. I don't know what other people think about KTM's unreliability and all this nonsense, but I have three KTM's and Hayabusa, and they are fantastic. So this bike has been flawless, and I've just put it through the paces, and then I finish in the evening. I was there, and I decided, well, it's another 3 hours back home. Let's get back home. And then there was a storm, so I rode at night through the storm, through all the twisties, met a mother wombat and a baby wombat. But apart from that, no other wildlife, the branches and all sorts of other nonsense on the road. This bike is phenomenal. It's excellent. The one thing that I would like to change is the seat. This is pretty hard, and then it hurts my bum. Um, and so maybe I don't know. And then it needs to be a bit skinnier as well. Like this is a bit wide for me, and I would like to put in a rally seat of the same height, slightly lesser sort of thing with um, skinnier, so it gives me more control and a bit more flatter profile. But they're $800 from Seat Concepts. So I'm debating whether to do that, or when I go to Portugal, get a Sale de la Valle seat, KTM rally seat, which is about €200 covers, and rip this one off and then change the kind of foam and put that one on. That looks fantastic. It's a KTM factory rally team seat. Looks good. Um, yeah, apart from that, this bike is awesome. I have really enjoyed this bike. Now I decided that I'm going to take it to Barcelona and to down to like off-road the Gorafe Desert and into Morocco, and I don't know what I will do. I have 45 days in Europe. The brakes are fantastic. The Brembo stoppers are really good. I don't know if the Brembo or the KTM branded. I don't know. Anyway, but the brakes are fantastic. Mm, what can I say? This bike is a joy to ride, and everybody who knows me knows I just take a bike and I put it through its paces, whether it's the Hayabusa that did 10,000 kilometers on European autobahns all day, sitting from 200 to 300 kilometers last year. And even The Hayabusa, when I bought it, first run was 7,000 kilometers during the Australian summer from east coast to west coast. Cooked the tires and everything, but the bike has been flawless. It has done 100,000 Ks nearly. And so this KTM has got a mission now. So yes, I would like to change this setup from having the phone and the mount over here, because I can't really see what's going on. I have to peer at it, and there's not enough brightness in the phone sort of thing when the light is reflecting. I like it to go on to this mount, and yeah, that should be good. These mirrors are fantastic. Apart from that, what can I say? Well, I have to remove the seat, and we're going to take out the air filter and the whole setup, the twin air filter and all this nonsense, and throw it out, and we will yeah, put in a different setup from Rottweiler. Yeah, that's it. So 5,000 kilometers, KTM 890 Adventurer, pleasure to run, ride, and what a great bike. I think I'm going to buy a super motard KTM 990 or something like that if it's going to be this good. It's really an enjoyable bike. Anyway, thank you.